taken by beam 1 from O to M1 and from M1 to O, it was this. But now this L, according to Fitzgerald and Lorentz, this L, it will change to L root 1 minus V square by C square. Then again we know that this V by C, it is less than 1. So you will apply binomial theorem here. It will be 2L by C, 1 minus V square by C square raised to power 1 by 2, 1 plus V square by C square. So apply binomial theorem here. You will get 2L by C, 1 plus N into X. Higher terms are neglected because the value of V square by C square is very small. Now solve this. You have 1 minus V square by 2 C square and 1 plus V square by C square. Solve this bracket. It will be 1 plus V square by C square minus V square by 2C square minus V raised to power 4 upon 2C4. And this term, it is neglected because V by C is very smaller than 1. V square by C square is even smaller than V by C. And V raised to power 4 by C raised to power 4, it will be even smaller. So when you will solve this, it will be equal to the time taken by beam 2. And if the time taken by both the beams, beam 1 and beam 2, it is same, it means there will be no time difference. There is no time difference and there will be no path difference then. And if there is no path difference, there will be no fringe shift. But these Fitzgerald and Lorentz, they couldn't produce any sound reasoning behind this contraction in a direction parallel to the direction of motion of Earth. And then comes the constancy of speed of light. And this constancy of speed of light, its proper explanation, it was given by Einstein. According to Einstein, he said that the speed of light is an invariant quantity and it is constant quantity and it doesn't depend upon the motion of source or the motion of observer or the motion of medium. It is always constant. So according to Einstein, light will take equal time to travel from O to M1 and from O to M2 and then from M2 to O and M1 to O in case of Michelson-Morley experiment. And it will be, if in our case L is the distance of the mirror M1, M2 from the glass plate G1 and C is the velocity of light beam 1 and light beam 2. So it will be L by C from O to M1 and L by C from M1 to O. So it will be 2L by C. And same will be the time taken by the beam 2 from O to M2 and M2 to O. So if T1 is equal to T2, there is no time difference, then there will be no path difference between the two beams 1 and 2, then there will be no fringe shift. So what are the conclusions? That as there was no fringe shift observed, it means the concept of ether is just an imaginary concept. And the motion of Earth through stationary ether, it was undetectable in this experiment. So speed of light came out to be a constant quantity for all the inertial observers. So this is all about Michelson-Morley experiment and this is one of the most important article of this semester.